Amen.
There's times in the home I'll be sitting there and there'd be people come by my face, my mind, that I sit there and pray for. And, we can't help everybody. I wish it was possible that we could, but it's not possible for us to reach everybody, but, some we can. And your prayers, get you through your prayers. If
Yeah.
I can't think of your name, I can say, I tell the Lord, you know that woman that was sitting on that front seat.
He knows, don't he?
He does.
Yeah, he does. He knows. I think he needs my help, but he don't. But, it's been good to be with you all this morning.
Yeah,
It's
amen.
been
We
good.
appreciate you.
The Lord has let us travel 43 years. And I'd like to know that we might could sing 43 more, but I don't know about that. Wayne, he just, Wayne, I don't know, he'd be struggling. You all seen me walking down the road, would you pick me up? 'Cause he's gonna put me out.
You know, the first recitation I learned after I got saved, the child of the king.
Yeah.
And I guess I get more requests for it and little Jimmy than any two. But Lord wanted me to do that child of the king. If there's somebody here today not a child of the king, you can be one before you leave here. Or you can go here to California and take all different routes and still get to California. But if you're going to heaven, it's just one route.
One route, that's right, brother.
That's the-
That's right.
They tell me one time an old traveler was going along the highway. He's tired, wearing hungry. He came to this rich farmer's house. He said, "Sir, I'd like a place to eat and I'd like some food to eat, but I don't want you to think that I'm begging for it. But if you've got some work that I can do, I'll be more than glad to work for it." And that rich farmer looked at him and smiled and compassion struck his heart. He said, "I've got a ditch that can be dug, runs from my barn down to my meadow. If you dig that ditch, I'll give you a place to sleep, and I'll give you food to eat. I'll give you clothes to wear. I'll even give you money to help you travel on your way when you get ready to go." Now, that old fellow looked at him with a tear in his eyes. He smiled and thanked him. He took the job. Now, a few days later, that old man was working down that ditch with pick and shovel when that rich farmer's little boy wandered off down that way. He heard that old man saying something to himself. Being curious like a little boy, he wandered over a little closer, so sure what he's saying. When he got a little closer, he heard that old man saying something. Goes sort of like this here. "Oh yes, oh yes, I'm a child of the King. His royal blood now flows through my veins, and I, who was wretched and poor, now can say, praise God, praise God, I'm a child of the King." That little boy looked at that old man, he said, "Sir, you don't look like no child, no king to me. A child king have fine, beautiful clothes to wear. He'd have a nice, soft bed laid. Sir, your clothes are worn and ragged, your hair is long, your beard is grown out. Sir, you look like a bum to me." About that old man dropped that shovel and he come up out of that ditch. He said, "Son, I am a child of the king. I'm a child of the real king, and my father owns everything." He said, "You see your daddy's cattle over on the hill. My father owns them cattle and cattle, 1,000 hills." He said, "You see the water down your daddy's lake? My father holds that water and all the water in the palm of his hand." He said, "My father, he made the lilies of the valley. One day he likes himself to them." He said, "My father made that big sunball. One day and nothing to shine." He said, "My father, he made the sparrows and he feeds them and knows where they fall." He told me about that time that little boy went running back toward the house. When he got there, he said, Daddy, we've got to run that old man off down there. We don't need him anymore." He said, "He's a child of the king, and I just don't understand." He said, "His father owns your cattle and the cattle of 1,000 hills. He said, "His father holds your water and all the water in the palm of his hand." He said, "His father, he made the lilies of the valley. One day he likes himself to be." He said his father made that big sundial one that hung out on the shine. He said his father even made the sparrows that feeds them and knows where they fall. Daddy, I just don't understand how that man could be so rich and yet be so poor. That rich farmer reached out and pulled that little boy close to him. He said, son, he is a child of the king. He's the child of the real king, and everything that me and mommy own belongs to him. As he stood there holding close to him, I couldn't help but think about a hillbilly boy who had a washboard mom in a coal mine and daddy, and one day he wandered as far out in Murray Clay to sing. The king came by one day, reached down and took up out that clay, and established his goals in him. And ever since that day, I've been a child of the king. I know that I'm a child of the king.
Amen.
You all keep us in prayer as we travel time to time. And, you all keep us that we can do what the Lord wants us to do.
Amen.